What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Clark Griswold YouTube channel. I am Mr. Clark Griswold. Thank you for joining me here today. Listen up, guys. If you are new to this channel, if you're new to trading, if you're struggling with your trading, if you're new to the Strat or struggling with the Strat, this channel is about to change the way that you guys trade in the stock market. Okay? So the first thing I need you guys to do is go down below, click that subscribe button, and then hit that bell. That bell is the important part. That gives you the notifications for when I send out these videos every single day for free for you guys. Okay? This is our top 5 watch list for Monday, August 1st. Like I said, I put these videos out for you guys every single day. Top 5s, main watch lists, weekly swings, monthly swings, 200 plus videos. I think we're over 3 now. 300 plus videos for you guys to learn how to trade in the stock market profitably and consistently. And it's the easiest way you guys will ever find to do that. Okay, I'm also on Twitter at Mr. Clark Griswold. You can follow me there. If you guys have questions, make sure you DM me there, tweet at me there. I will answer all your questions, okay? I'm here to help you guys out. Or you can leave them in the comment section below. A couple things before we start ripping on this stuff. Number one, this platform that I use here is called TradingView. If you guys are looking for a platform like this, I use TradingView Pro Plus. If you want to try it out and you've never used it before, there is a link in the description below. You can go click on that link. It'll give you a free 30-day trial to use TradingView if you've never used it before. And then if you decide to use it, you get up to $30 off of your subscription, okay? So go click on that link to check that out. Number two, the ads that pop up, guys, those ads keep this stuff free for you guys. It keeps me from making a fully private Discord, which there's nothing wrong with that, but I don't want to have a fully private Discord. I want to keep these videos free for you guys. I want to try and keep as much information free for you guys as I can. So let those ads roll through. Keep your money in your pockets. Those ads pay for this stuff to be free, okay? So go get a snack, go get a drink, and then come back and we'll rip through this stuff. The third thing, I have created my own indicator. It's called the Griswold Strat Indicator. You cannot find it on the indicator tab on TradingView. You have to go down below and click on the link in the description, okay? Or you can find it on the link in my Twitter profile, okay? I have it there as well, along with my Griswold Gold memberships, my one-on-one opportunities, merchandise, etc., etc. And the last thing before we get ripping on this stuff, guys, I apologize for all the info. I am starting a Discord. It is free for the most part. There is going to be stuff for the Griswold Gold members in there as well, but I'm just working out some kinks. I'm getting people to go in there and take a look at it and test it. So that is coming. There's a bunch of stuff in there. There will be a room for videos, for spy chat, for 30 and 30 chat, options chat, etc., etc., etc. I'm trying to build this thing to help you guys out as much as I can. Let's get started on the top 5 watch list. We will start off with Lyft, LYFT. Lyft has an inside bar. If you guys have followed me for a long time, you know what those inside bars mean to me, and you know what they mean in general. If you're new, guys, an inside bar or a 1 bar, okay? The Griswold Strat indicator that I talked about gives you these candlestick numbers. It lets you know that this is a 1 bar. It paints the inside bars yellow for you. It paints the outside bars white for you. It paints the double inside bars blue, gives you this blue highlight. Okay, so there's a lot of information that's included with that indicator. But as for these inside bars, so an inside bar, guys, is a form of consolidation. And it basically, this inside bar here, this yellow bar, does not break the high or it does not break the low of the previous candle. It stays within that range of the candle. And when we see those candles and when we see them painted yellow like this, I want you guys to think of a spring or a jack-in-the-box, and it's getting loaded and tightened and tightened and tightened. And then when you release that thing and let it go, it explodes to one direction or the other. And all we have to do is go back and look at time and see the probability of how those work. And even if we go back to look at these last two, this one here ripped down, this one here ripped up. Okay? So plenty of opportunity and probability and profitability available on these inside bars. Okay, plus we have this hammer. We can call it a Thor hammer or whatever you want to call it. But we have this hammer candle. And I like to trade with time frame continuity. So on the day trades, I like to have the hourly, the daily for sure. The weekly helps me out, and then everything else after that is just a bonus. It gives us a higher probability of the trade working in our favor. So there's a couple of things I like about lift. Like I said, number one is the inside bar. Number two, we've got the hammer candle. Number three, I'd like the time frame continuity on the quarterly is green, but the month, the week, and the day are all opening up brand new. So August 1st is a new day, it's a new week, it's a new month. So we have to see how this opens up, because this could break to the downside and we could be all red outside of the quarterly and the yearly. Or we break to the upside and we're all green outside of the year. The other thing that I really like about lift, the trigger for the daily is also the trigger for the weekly. So if we go to the weekly is a 2 down that finished green, also a hammer candle, okay? So we're looking for this thing to break to the upside as well on here. And then the other thing that I like about this trade, the first target for the weekly is the trigger for the monthly. I know that because I use my blue lines as a monthly. If we go to the monthly chart, okay, we have a 2 down that finished green. So I'm looking for a 2 down, 2 up reversal on lift. So basically the day is triggering the week, is triggering the month. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for. That's why I really like lift. It's got a lot of really great things that I like about it, and that's why it's on the top 5. If we're looking at you, and again, you don't have to play options on these guys. I play options. It's just what I do. So if we're looking at this and we have this inside bar, okay, and we're looking to take a call option on this, okay, the trigger is $13.89. My target or my strike price is going to be $14. Okay, and that's what I take. I might take $14.50, but I take that strike price that's closest to my trigger dollar value. And then the expiry date, I take the closest to. So lift will probably be Friday. Some people like to get it 2 expiries out, 3 expiries out. That's fine. I'm comfortable with the closest expiry to, and that's just the way I play it. Okay, let's go on to the next one is GE. So GE has a 2 down that finished green, okay? So we have a 2 down, broke only the low side of the previous candle. That's a 2 down, but it finished green. So that tells me I've got higher probability that this thing is going to continue to trend up. So I can take calls at 74.51. I can look for first targets at 74.90. And then I can put my next targets in just accordingly at the top of the preceding wicks, okay? Just like that. One. I'm not going to go much higher than this one here. We'll put in one more for you guys because I highly doubt it gets to $78 on Monday. But that is the play there. And again, if we trend up, we've got everything green outside of the year, okay? So that's GE. We're looking for a 2-2 reversal. Now, here are the interesting ones, guys. We start getting into them. BA, Boeing. I think the premiums or the spread between the bid and the ask are usually a little bit wider on this one, but it is a double inside bar. It's sometimes these are really, really powerful and they work out really, really well, and sometimes they just don't. Okay, so we have perfect examples on Roblox of how that worked out, but we've also have other examples of where double inside bars don't work out. So now we talked about the inside bars and having those inside bars being tightening range and consolidating and getting spring loaded. Now we have that for 2 straight days. So it's getting into a tighter and tighter and tighter range. And eventually that thing's got to bust out and break out in one direction or the other. Okay, so we have an inside bar on the daily. We have an inside bar also on the weekly. I know that because of this Griswold Strat time frame continuity indicator. I also know that because I've got my 2 pink lines marked here, showing me there's an inside bar on the week. Okay, so we can look for calls at 159.80, puts at 155.58. We've got our targets marked out. Listen, if we trigger to either one of these, it's a very real possibility that on the weekly, we also break out of that weekly inside bar, which is what we're looking for. Okay, so the day triggers the week, etc., etc., etc. That's the double inside bar on BA. MU also has a double inside bar, okay? So again, same thing. We're looking for a big break on MU, and if we go back in time, I think I went back on the main watch list to see if we could find them. And there were a couple in a row, but we had to go back to like 2019, I think. Maybe not. Here is one. We'll go look at this one, and that's probably going to be it. And then we'll move on from there onto the remaining top 5. But here's this double inside bar on the daily. And I'm just going to zoom in right here. Inside bar, okay? So if I mark this out really fast for you guys, we put the trigger there. Right there would have been our trigger. First target, second target completed, okay? So a really good trade on the double inside bar the last time we had one on MU. So again, we have a double inside bar on MU again in August. Calls at 62.09, puts at $60.77. And again, look guys, if we trigger to the upside with calls, our first target is at 62.31. Our trigger for the weekly to go 2 up, because we have this 2 down that finished green, our second target on the daily is our trigger for the weekly, okay? Next up, UPST. UPST with our third double inside bar that we're going to go through, and then we just have a couple more. Okay, so UPST, double inside bar, calls at 24.76, puts at 23.62. We've got our first targets marked on either side at the top of this inside bar. And again, let's go back really quick. Find the last time we had a double inside bar on UPST. There's a couple of them here. We will zoom out to find them. I know that these are them because the Griswold Strat indicator gives me these blue highlights to show me where they are. And it gives me these yellow highlights to show where the 3-1 setups are. Okay, so double inside bar here. We gapped up, but we broke to the high side for a good gain. Okay, and there's one more here that we'll look at. Double inside bar. Look, let's draw this out real quick. Okay, trigger 1, hit target 1. And I don't know how far we have to go back, but we hit a bunch of targets. And this, again, was a really, really great win off of a double inside bar, showing you that they do work. The probability of them working are very high. But we have to remember that the stock market is the stock market, and they don't always work, okay? So that was the double inside bar on UPST. And that is 1, 2, 3. That's the top 5. I'm going to give you guys 2 bonus plays here, okay? Cisco, CSCO, has an inside bar. Okay, so Cisco, we're going to look for a break to the high side at 45.49. Puts at 44.83. And DraftKings is kind of one I like. That's why I've got it on here. So DraftKings has this inside bar. It's also a hammer candle, Thor candle, whatever you want to call it. Okay, and we're going to look for a break to the upside at 13.76. Now this thing very well could come down and we can take puts at 13.15. But trending to the upside, our first target is our trigger for the weekly. So again, there's things I like about DraftKings just like I liked about Lyft. Number 1, we have an inside bar. Number 2, we have a hammer candle. Number 3, our target for the day, our first target is the trigger for the week. That's something, another thing I really, really like, because if we trigger the day, we trigger the week. Okay? Then the other thing I like, we also have a monthly trigger up here. Okay, so if we go to the monthly and we look, the monthly has, again, a double inside bar on the month. Okay, so that's another thing that I like about DraftKings. So if we trigger the day, we trigger the week, and our first target on the week, if we look at that, we go back just above, our first target on the week is the trigger for the month of the double inside bar. And if we trigger the month, we can look for targets way up here at 15.83 on the month for DraftKings. Guys, that is your top 5 plus 2 bonus plays. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm feeling a little better, which is great. I'm going to try to get the weekly swings and the monthly swings out for you guys as well before Monday opens up. Good luck trading, guys. Again, make sure you're following on Twitter. Subscribe down below. Stay tuned. That Discord's coming real soon. We're working out some kinks. Don't forget about the Griswold Strat indicator and all the other great stuff I have for you guys. Again, guys, good luck on Monday. I hope you're green, and we will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.